Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, have we got another good one for you today. Oh my goodness. Listen, we're going to smoke and braise beef back ribs. Oh my goodness, these things are so good. They're cooked just as tender as they can be. You won't believe how good they are. Then after we got them braised, we put them back in. We put a vinegar-based glaze on them. Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to wait to see how this one looks. So, hang tight. Okay, here's what we have. We've got 2 beef ribs. These are straight out of the grocery store. You see, these are pretty big bones. They have some meat on them. This one, not so much. This one is a lot better. The bones are actually a little smaller. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take and cut right between the bones. And I'm gonna cut these into single bones. Take the fat ones here. We're gonna cut right down in between the bones. These are a little bigger. It's gonna take them a little longer to cook, but that's all right. We'll get them done. Okay, let's season these bones up here. All right, we're gonna start. This is Uncle Steve's Lucky Shake. We're gonna start with the Lucky Shake. We're gonna get all these sides. I like this big, thick green pepper in this Lucky Shake. You can see it. I do like it. And I'm not sure whether you noticed it or not, but we left the membrane on. It just helps hold the meat to these bones. It's not like a pork rib. It's gonna cook down pretty good, but it doesn't become an issue anyway, so we just left it on. All right, that's the Lucky Shake. Next, this is one Uncle Steve did for me. He put my label on it. This is Smoke Bomb. He put the Cuff and Stuff label on it. I don't know that you could get the Cuff and Stuff label, but you can sure get the Smoke Bomb. www.unclesteveshake.com. Check out all of the shake. There's not any that I don't recommend on it, so give it a try. Especially ask for that Cuff and Stuff approved gator shake. That stuff's hard to beat. Good stuff. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna let this hang out for about 15-20 minutes. It's been in the refrigerator, so it's plenty cool enough. All it's gonna do is come up to temp. The salt in both of these will help bring it out. Then we're gonna take it over. We'll get the smoker up to temp and put it on, and that's when I'll bring you back. Okay, we got the smoker up to temp. We're up to 250 degrees. I'm gonna close the damper. The thicker ones are gonna go toward the middle. Thinner ones toward the outside. Let me make a little room here. And you see I'm putting it on the top rack, and that is That's gonna work. And I'm also gonna take this probe and I'm gonna put it in the thickest one, just about center. There we go. All right, close him up, and this cooks off. Now, what I'm looking for is, I wanna go probably 160 or so, and then we're gonna come back and wrap them up. So when I get to that point, I'll bring you back. All right, the Inkbird says we've hit 160 on our ribs here. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, look at there. I'm gonna come up, show you. Isn't that pretty? All right, I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna put them bone side up, meat side down, whichever you wanna call it, in this catering pan. This one I'm gonna take the probe out for a minute. Let's take them over to the table and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You see, like I showed you, I've got them laid out, meat side down, bone side up, and I'm gonna take, I'm not gonna pour this over the top of this meat, but I'm gonna take an entire thing of broth and I'm gonna pour in this pan. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take and get my aluminum foil here. And I'm gonna cover this pan. This is heavy duty, so all I need is one. And look at that. All right, I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna put a probe back in, the same one, and I want these to go to about between 2 and 205. And so let me put them on and I'll bring you back when they get to that point. All right, well, we've gotten a little over 200 degrees. Let's take it off. Oh yeah, we've got good pull back. Look at that, falling off the bone. Ones that are off the bone, I'm just going to leave them off the bone. You see, I'm putting them on this wire rack. There's a good reason for that. There we go. All right, now got them all on the rack and come out. I'm gonna glaze them. All right, glazed beef ribs. How about that? All right, so let's take my glaze. Now you use whatever barbecue sauce or glaze you want to use. This is a vinegar based glaze that I'm putting on these. It's one we happen to like. It goes good with beef, and I do like putting it on beef ribs. So Let's get these good and glazed up. Now, I'm gonna go right back to the fire and let this set up. And I may even come back and reglaze these one more time. Use up the rest of this glaze. I don't want to waste any of it. It's so good. All right, I'm gonna take it over and put it back in the smoker. Let this set up. Once I get it set and bring it back over to the table, I'll bring you back. All right, well, we've got them off. They're glazed. One more thing I'm gonna do to them before I try it. I'm gonna take some Gator Shake and just very lightly sprinkle it over the top. I just want that little bit of Gator Shake pop. All right, this one's already off the bone. Let's take him over here and look at that. That just slices through. Look, smoke ring. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I'm going in. I'm not going to wait. Just as tender as it can be. My goodness. It's the way it was cooked and it braised down in it. But I mean, let's see. I can get up here close. Look at that. Melts in your mouth. Oh my goodness. Hey, you want to do some good beef ribs? It's easy to do. There were a few steps, but they're not complicated. Easy enough to do. Listen, I appreciate you sticking around to see how this was going to turn out. If you haven't already, do me a favor. Hit the circle on this side, subscribe, like the video, share it with somebody. I'll also have another video just for you. I'll put it down here in this corner. Click on it. Hey, you can watch another good one. Until next time, thanks a lot and hang tight.